I did all the side quests and the extras. I did all the mini games. I put over 120 hours into the game. And then when I just had a few side quests left, I stopped. Gave up. I just wanted to finish it. And it didn't bother me at all. Bet it bothers you though. Hello everyone, Lexitan Gaming here, you there, and today we are talking about why I don't really replay my video games. And I say we because I want you to let me know, do you do it? Do you replay your video games? And if you do, why? Is it for like the master mode, the higher difficulty you'll get, or the post-game content maybe? Please let me know down below and I will reply to each and every one of you. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I can see that you're watching, but you're not subscribing. Please hit the button. It's completely free. And if you want to keep up to date with my shenanigans, hit the little notification bell as well. And hey, if you end up liking the video, give it a like. So, how do I start this one? Okay, so let's say a game like The Last of Us, for example. When you go through the entire game, not short by any means, especially part 2, and you see all the character progression, the twists and turns, the deaths, and just shocking moments in general, right? You go through all of that, all of the emotion with Joel and Ellie and with everyone else along the way, and experiencing these horrific things right beside them, because you are playing them, don't forget. You get to the end, and for me, it's almost like a sigh of relief. It's done. Their pain is done. It's over. Thank God. Yeah, like games like that, games that I really connect with and almost become the character in my mind. Once I'm done with them, I am emotionally spent. I feel for the character and myself in a way, because we've just done this 15 to 20 hour journey together. And you want to just start it up again? What? Or even a month down the line. Why? Before I do delve into my other points, I would like to see the arguments for this. For replaying your games. Devil's advocate, if you will. One of those being that not every game's The Last of Us. Not every game is massively emotional and so centered around the story. Yeah, fair enough. Like, I still pick up Super Mario 64 and play it to this day. But it's like I know everything now. Secrets aren't secrets anymore. I pretty much know where to get every star. I'm playing purely for the nostalgia. I mean, there's not really any story in Mario anyway, but still. Going back to other games, yeah, I do understand that some of you will literally just play for the gameplay. And I get that. And yeah, obviously I still replay games just for gameplay, things like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers, or any fighting game really. So I do get that aspect of it. Another point, as I mentioned previously, is the difficulty. For example, the Resident Evil 4 remake, I think the original would as well? I don't know. You can play through the story on any difficulty to unlock the hard mode in the game. I think it's called professional mode. I can understand why people would want to do this. Maybe it's their favourite game and they want to explore every single aspect of it. My brother did it with Final Fantasy VII Remake. He played through on normal mode, and then once he finished, he played it on hard mode to try and get everything he can out of it, out of the experience. And I get that too. However, after years of playing online games and pretty much torturing myself because I was no good. I mean, I was the absolute shit. I am now scarred. Once I start dying in a game, I get restless, I get angry, I get pissed off, and I just want to throw the controller through the screen, and then even worse, maybe rage quit? Is that worse? Maybe for my pride and ego. Look, I just don't do well with difficulty, okay? I've been playing games for over 20 years. I've done that now. I've done the hard games. I just want to sit down, relax, and enjoy, and not put myself through that. One that I've just remembered off the top of my head is like the secret mega bosses. Having to grind like crazy to fight a boss who might drop some rare armor or a weapon, and nope. No. It just doesn't interest me. Didn't the post-game boss from Final Fantasy 15 take like an hour to finish? No! And lastly, 100% completion. Again, I just wasn't interested. Back to my brother and Final Fantasy VII Remake. One of the reasons he wanted to do all of that was to get the Platinum Trophy, which he did, and he was very proud of it. But do you want to know how many platinum trophies I've got? 1. Rocket League. Cheated. Did a lot of it in practice. Like, you don't even really have to do any of it in the games. You can just do all these trick shots in practice. It was pretty easy. And that's why I did it. I did it because it was easy. I got 1 under my belt. So yeah, replaying games. Personally, I've just not seen the reason to do it. Especially like going back on yourself after finishing the game. Now I say this, but with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I got pretty close to 100% in that game. I did all the side quests and the extras, I did all the mini games, I put over 120 hours into the game, and then when I just had a few side quests left, I stopped. Gave up. I just wanted to finish it, and it didn't bother me at all. Bet it bothers you though. However, I do see why others would just do it. If you got the time, do it. Especially in the situation that I was in when I only had a few left. But I really just wanted to beat the boss and I wanted to see how the story ended. I'd already put 120 odd hours in, and I'm not going back to fully complete it. It's just not what I do. So, those are the reasons why I think people do replay their video games, and I've also given my argument for why I don't. But the typical reason for me, if I don't go back to play story games, if I've already finished it, or after finishing and trying to go back to 100% it, is hello. Yes, it is still me under here, and yes, I love to wear this hoodie. Why I'm here like this is because while I was editing this video, I kind of realised I missed off one of the most important points as to why people do replay their video games, and that's due to different story endings. Alternative endings to a story. Basically, obviously there's certain games where if you do certain things in a certain order, and certainly certain, if you do things differently from one playthrough compared to the next, you will get a different ending. One of these being Chrono Trigger. One of my favourite games of all time, and I have seen just the one ending and I'm pretty happy with that. Off the top of my head, I know there's an ending where if you... well, I think I know anyway. If you beat the final boss as just Chrono, just the main character, you get a different ending. Stuff like that. And as I said, that doesn't really interest me. I'm okay with not knowing certain things. I like to know that what I've done in this one playthrough is how I was meant to see the end of the game. And if I really wanted to know, I would look it up. Like I did with Final Fantasy X Part 2. Or X2. Final Fantasy X2. 10-2? 10-2 just sounds weird. Whatever. Depending on how you play the game and the choices you make, there are different endings to that game, and I've always stood on the side of, like I said, the way I play it all the way through, that's the ending that I would like to see. Now back to me from like 4 days ago. So, those are the reasons why I think people do replay their video games, and I've also given my argument for why I don't. But the typical reason for me, if I don't go back to play story games, if I've already finished it, or after finishing and trying to go back to 100% it, is time. It's the most basic answer, but it's time. I want to play all the unique stories, the quirky gameplay, fast-paced action, all-around amazing and emotional experience that is video games. I'll say it again, I want to play it all. Emphasis on it all. I know I can't. I know I can't. But I'd like to at least give myself a chance. I work full-time. I'm usually busy on the weekends. I'm in a relationship and I try to keep fairly active, going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, and now I have you, my people, that I also want to talk to. Look at all that, doesn't leave a hell of a lot of room for video games. Because I don't have the, you guessed it, time. And with the kind of games that I like to play. No, not that. Well, yeah, that one, but more the other ones, the RPGs. The long games. I'm currently making my way through Metaphor ReFantazio, and sorry, how long will that be? I say that, but I'll happily do it. Just like I spent 120 hours on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, on Breath of the Wild, on Tears of the Kingdom. But, guess what? I ain't doing it more than once. So I get the full experience, well, nearly, out of it in one go. One and done. Like, to be fair, most of the RPGs I play, hardly any of the side stuff gets done. I just want to experience a lot more than I can, so this, not replaying the video games, helps. Before I go, I just want to say I don't want to get lynched by any of you, because I know some of you play games over and over and over and over and over. Anyway, cheers.